Hey, good morning. Beautiful, cold winter morning. The first photography in 2025 for me. It's minus 11. Oh, minus 10 now. It's beautiful. I forgot to bring my microphone, so I am relying on the microphone, internal microphone on this camera. Hopefully the sound is okay. Um, so I apologize in advance for that if the quality of the sound is not perfect. It's so calm here. It's very calm. I came to the sea. I want to do some seascape photography today, and this is the first stop. So let's see what we can find. I was drawn to this island uh, behind me, and I thought this is a good subject. But when I came here, it's just not working quite well because I have the sun right next to it. It's very hard to photograph it now. But I think this direction works a little bit better. So here is more or less the composition I'm having. I have one problem with this scene, which is this antenna behind these trees. There's an antenna here. I can clone it out if I want in Photoshop, but there are some cables as well. A little bit of work. I prefer to not have it in the picture, so I actually moved to this side to hide it behind the branches and the trees. And also I'm doing this handheld so I can go high to make a separation between more separation between these rocks and the background rocks or headland. It's calm, it's nice, good start. Even though this is very beautiful and calm here, and I am enjoying my time being by the sea, but it's hard to photograph. Right now we have the morning sun, and it's quite harsh now. The light is harsh. It's almost no clouds. There are some clouds in this direction where the sun is, but the other side is only a bank of clouds way back above the horizon. But the top of the sky is completely blue and cloudless. I hope today we will have some more clouds during the day, and that might change. I don't know, but let's keep the hope up for the evening. For the first image of this scene, I trying to use this foliage in the foreground as a frame for the islands. But as I mentioned, I'm directly shooting into the sun, and the sun reflection on the water is also super strong. So it's a very hard scene to photograph, and I have two focus stack. Once I'm focusing on the islands with f11, and still I need to focus on the foliage in the foreground as well, and take another set of images to be able to create the HDR, also focus stack. Here is the composition on my back of my camera. If I brighten it up a little bit so you can see the islands are, and try to separate them from the foliage in the foreground. I also included these branches here on the left side, so I have a little bit more interest on the left side, and of course I have the sun on the right side. So I will see if I can manage to put this image together. If I can, then I will put it on the screen right now. While I am fighting with the light and the high dynamic range scene here, I also found these trees to be very photogenic and very interesting. They are super gnarly. I am actually thinking to forget the sea and just focus on the trees for the moment. Let's see if I can find something. I guess I found one of the gnarliest tree I have ever seen. Let me show you what we have here. Look at this bad boy. It's super interesting. So much curve in this tree. And believe it or not, I think this is only one tree with all of these branches that curves in and out. And it's super interesting. I'm using this part of the trunk or the branches in the foreground to frame another kind of curve in the background in the middle. As you can see, this is the main branch that I framed the other curve inside this one. It's very hard with my big fingers to point out here on this small screen. There is a small branch here. It's very close to this one, and also this side is very close to this one. And I also considered this line in the bottom to be goes to the corner. I might have to crop it a little bit on the sides, and I also try to avoid having any sky, so whatever we have in the background is only sea. For the position of the tripod, I had to be very precise. It's only a matter of millimeters to get everything in frame without touching each other. And yeah, so just 1 millimeter, not even centimeters, just millimeters moving the tripod to get it right. Another image I do have in mind is use this tree and use the light in the background as a haze or as an atmosphere to come through this scene, and see if I can make it work, but it might be very difficult because this is direct sun behind the tree. I'm gonna shoot again towards the sun, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I would try. I have a lot of sun, and I'm trying also to hide the sun as much as I can behind the branches, which is difficult. The sun is too... Oh, actually this is not the sun, it's the reflection of the sun, which is quite broad on the water. Yeah, this image might be one of the best images I took ever, or will be a disaster, I don't know, but worth trying. We are here, why not? Why I need the tripod? Because I need to focus the stack again, so otherwise I would take it one shot. I came down to the water level, and the light changed quite a lot. Sun went behind the cloud. All of a sudden it looks like sunset and golden hour. Yeah, this is the benefit of winter. You have sort of golden hour look for lights throughout the day if it's not overcasted, of course. There are some ice on the rocks close to the water, which can be also a subject. So I will look around, and then I think I'm gonna move to another location. I mean, behind this peninsula. I have set up my first composition here, and I think it's nice. The light is quite gorgeous now. Look at the sky. It changed quite a lot. It's beautiful, gorgeous clouds and line in the clouds, beautiful pink colors. And here is my first scene that I'm photographing now. This was the obvious choice. It's very dangerous work here. These rocks are covered with snow, and you don't know what's beneath the snow. It could be a hole between the rocks, it could be ice, and yeah, I don't want to end up with twisted ankle or broken bones. So here is the scene, and I like the rocks in the bottom. They create some sort of diagonals towards the little bush or little tree here, and then it goes towards this snow, and then the islands in the background, and the sky is gorgeous. This patch of snow might be a bit too much of emptiness in the frame, and that's right in the middle of the frame. That's the only issue I have with this frame. I also try to give some distance between the rocks in the water and the rocks on the shore. I'm setting a composition on these rocks in the water, and I'm taking multiple exposures. I found around half a second or 1/3 of the second is the best shutter speed for this scene. And I'm taking several pictures, and light come and goes from behind the clouds, so sometimes I have a side light on the rocks, which is gorgeous. It's time to take a break. It's go to the car, have a sandwich, and I'm gonna go to the other side. Even though I think the best light is happening in this side because we have clouds in this side, but still I want to explore the other side of the peninsula as well. So it's good to be back inside, a little bit warmer, and I warmed up the car a little bit, and I'm having the sandwich. Right now it's 12:30, and most of the day is over. We have only 2 hours of light left, and I'm gonna go and see on the other side. I'm not hoping that I'm getting exciting photos anymore. I guess I got a couple of good ones this morning. I'm not expecting too much from this afternoon.
Let me pause myself here. I couldn't be more wrong. Stick to the end of the video and see what I could capture in this afternoon. Spoilers alert, it's beautiful. Now back to the video.
Okay, now let's finish this sandwich. I don't know what to do. You know what? I guess I'm gonna switch to zoom lens and zoom into the details. Usually when I don't find things to photograph, then I change the focal length and go into the details. That's what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, genius. light is quite nice now, and I switched back to my normal zoom lens. To make it work, I need to use a filter to make it a bit more like a long exposure for the water. So let's put the MD8 for now and see how it goes. A little bit stronger in the filter. This one is MD64. I'm at f16, and that gives me 5 seconds of exposure, which I think is good. This is with the polarizer and the 64 MD, because I wanted to have more of this trees on the left side, on the right side, and some more water. I have to zoom out, and I think now the sky is quite too much, and the foreground is also too much, so I'm gonna crop it into panel or 16 by 9. And let me show you what's gonna happen if I turn off the polarizer, or turn it to remove the effect of polarizer. It's gonna be like that. The sky will be too bland and we lose the detail in the clouds. With the polarizer, I can bring out the details in the sky. Even though it's a wide angle lens, still it works. It works quite well actually. And the light is getting better and better. Oh, look at this island. Burning now, and it's begging me to take a picture of this one. So for this one, I was thinking to just take a picture of the island and not the rocks in the foreground. So it's gonna be more minimalistic. Of course, I'm gonna have some of these headlands on the left, and there is a lighthouse, I guess, in the background, but that's okay. That's what I have now.
After I took these images, I went back to the other side of the peninsula, but the sun was setting down quickly, so I didn't record any videos. I first tried the composition I took in the morning, and I tried again with the setting sun and the colors in the sky with a longer exposure. Here is the side by side with the image I took in the morning. Please let me in the comments which one of these versions do you like the most. After that, I went down to the water level once more, and I took probably my favorite image of the day. Here it is.
I hope you liked this video, and if you did and liked the images, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram, and hope to see you soon again in the next video.